दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. Dear students, welcome to study the properties of alcohol. Last class we have discussed the alcohol exhibits three types of reactions involving that. I have given you a mnemonic that mega ASHP, a source of horsepower, ODC. The reactions the alcohol has, this is the alcohol COH, this is the alcohol. So here the hydrogen atom is delta positive, oxygen atom is delta negative, has two lone pairs of electrons, and drift of electron takes place towards oxygen. Carbon gets delta positive charge, oxygen gets delta negative charge. Drift of electron takes place oxygen gets delta negative charge, hydrogen gets delta positive charge, because the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5, hydrogen is 2.1, carbon is 2.5. So this part of alcohol is a polar part, and this part we have the non-polar part. And the reactions mega, it may the cleavage of reactions involving the active hydrogen atom, cleavage of the OH bond, reactions involving the OH replacement of OH group involving the cleavage of CO bond, and reactions involving the carbon atom or the molecule as a whole. So the mega is the reactions involving the active hydrogen atom, the cleavage of this bond. We have discussed reaction with metals, it forms alkoxides. Esterification reaction, alcohols react with carboxylic acids in presence of constant sulfuric acid, undergo a reversible reaction, acid catalyze the reversible reaction to form an ester. They react with Grignard reagent to form an alkane. The reaction with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride in presence of sodium hydroxide in alkaline medium to undergo acetylation to produce the acetyl derivative, again an ester. So in all these reactions, the order of reactivity is primary alcohol more reactive, secondary more reactive than tertiary, and all alcohols they give this reaction. Now today's class we will discuss the reactions a source of horsepower, reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond. And the reactions involving the OH group. What is oxygen? Oxygen atom has delta negative charge and two lone pairs of electron. Drift of electron takes place this. Now we are going to discuss a source of horsepower, that is the reactions involving the OH group, replacement of OH group. As I have discussed with you last class that this is the alcohol COH, and this bond is a bond formed because of overlapping up of sp3 orbital of carbon, sp3 orbital of oxygen. So this sigma bond is very strong and cannot cleave easily, so alcohol never produce hydroxide ion. It's very difficult for alcohol to give OH minus, like it's not possible in case of alcohol. Then how the reaction take place? This oxygen atom has two lone pairs of electron and a delta negative charge. So in presence of a proton, this oxygen atom attracts the proton towards it by donating a lone pair of electron. It accepts it to form a oxonium ion. It forms a oxonium ion, like this, a positive charge, and here the carbon atom has positive charge and this oxygen atom has a positive charge. So this is now unstable. Hence, to neutralize this positive charge, the pair of electron between carbon and oxygen get displaced towards oxygen to produce a carbonium ion with elimination of a molecule of water. So all the reactions involving the OH group of alcohol preferably takes place in presence of a acid catalyst or a proton, in presence of proton or acid catalyst to form a carbonium ion. All the reactions involving the replacement of OH group, a carbonium ion is formed as a reaction intermediate. So this carbonium ion of alcohol now is attacked by a nucleophile, means any negative charge with a pair of electron. This is called nucleophile. This nucleophilic attack takes place upon the carbon atom to form a substituted product. So I can say that all these reactions that I have discussed, that alcohol undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction. The replacement of OH group of alcohol is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Depending on the medium in which the reaction takes place, depending on the reagent, depending upon the type of alcohol, it may be SN1 or nucleophilic substitution first order, nucleophilic substitution second order, so that reaction will taking place. So the reactions involving replacement of OH group of alcohol proceeds with the formation of a carbonium ion reaction intermediate, and this carbonium ion, so primary alcohol forms primary carbonium ion, secondary alcohol will form secondary carbonium ion, tertiary alcohol will form tertiary carbonium ion. The tertiary carbonium ion is more stable than the secondary carbonium ion, more stable than the primary carbonium ion. That carbonium ion is more stable, is more readily formed, and the order of reactivity of ASHP is tertiary alcohol more reactive than secondary alcohol, more reactive than 1 degree alcohol. So what are these ASHP reactions involving the OH group? I have given you the mnemonics ASHP. So this A, reaction with ammonia. All alcohols, they react with ammonia to form the primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. The order of reactivity is 3 degree, more reactive than 2 degree, more reactive than 1 degree. Then comes S, the reaction with sulfuric acid concentrated. So this is sulfuric acid has a proton ability. It can donate a proton easily, hence the reaction take place very easily with concerned sulfuric acid. Then reaction with halo acids, that HX, this can be HCl, or it can be HBr, or it can be HI. All these reactions, the reaction with halo acids to form alkyl halide, and here the catalyst is used as anhydrous zinc chloride is used as a catalyst. Then P stands for the reactions involving PCl5 or PCl3 and SOCl2. All these reactions are in presence of phosphorus plus bromine, red phosphorus plus bromine, or red phosphorus plus iodine. This reaction take place. So this is a PBr3, phosphorus tribromide and phosphorus triiodide. They also react where the OH group of the alcohol is substituted by the here the NH2 group to form amine, here sulfuric HSO4 group to form alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Then subsequent reactions to substitute OH group by a halogen to form an alkyl halide, to form again a substitute the OH group by chlorine to form alkyl chloride. Now this is the broad eye view of the reactions involving the OH group. Now let's come the reaction of alcohol with ammonia. How the alcohols they react with ammonia. So now, if before going to the chemistry of this reaction, let me tell you what is ammonia. Let's first, whenever I have been impressing upon you children, you are learning organic chemistry for the first time in college in your +2 level, and once wherever a reagent comes, you know the chemistry behind that particular reagent, and subtract the substrate and study the reaction, then once it is clear in your mind, you will have the same reaction again in amine chapter. You will have the same reaction in carboxylic acid. You will have the same reaction again while studying the phenol, studying aniline, studying benzene diazonium chloride. Again you have your inorganic chemistry, the nitrogen family. So my appeal to all of you, that whatever the teacher teaches you, doesn't matter, accept it, go through the book, apply your fundamental concepts. Once your fundamental concept is clear, I assure you, my children, the chemistry is just playing a carom board. You will not remember anything. You will be relaxing while studying the chemistry. Now let's come, what is ammonia? In ammonia, the nitrogen atom is in sp3 hybrid state. This is the chemistry behind ammonia. The nitrogen atom has a lone pair of electron. So what is that? It is a nucleophile. It is a nucleophile because it has a lone pair of electron. What more? Electronegativity of nitrogen is 3 and hydrogen is 2.1. So drift of electron take place towards nitrogen and nitrogen. So nitrogen has delta negative charge and all these hydrogen atoms, they have delta positive charge. So that means the ammonia has two reactivity center. One reactivity center, it can attract a proton towards it by donating a pair of electron, acts as a Lewis base to form ammonium ion exhibiting basic property. Another way, it can also subscribe H plus. It can also subscribe H plus. This ammonia can give H plus, forming H plus NH2 minus. With a suitable, if the bond is broken, this bond is broken, this H plus NH2 minus. That means the ammonia has the ability to subscribe NH2 minus. This NH2 minus is a nucleophile. This NH2 minus is a nucleophile. This means the hydrogen can give the lone pair of electron towards it and go as a proton and forming NH2 minus. So it is a source of amide ion. And to carry out the reaction. So this is the chemistry of ammonia. Before you go to reaction of ammonia with alcohol, this. So what happens now? When an alcohol ROH is treated with ammonia in presence of aluminum oxide Al2O3 or thoria THO2 thorium dioxide catalyst at a high temperature of 663 absolute temperature, then this bond of alcohol undergoes cleavage. Because this ammonia can give you H plus, and ammonia also undergo cleavage to produce H plus and NH2 minus. The H plus comes, takes away the OH as a water molecule, and NH2 is attached. So this forms RNH2, the primary amine plus water. Elimination of a molecule of water take place. This is a primary amine. So this reaction does not stop here, because again, as I told you here, in ammonia you have 3 hydrogens. All the hydrogen atoms, they have delta positive charge. All the hydrogen atoms, they have delta positive charge. So all the 3 hydrogen atoms can react like this. So in the second step, again second alcohol molecule reacts with this primary amine R and NH2. So one hydrogen atom of this again go with OH, and this hydrogen atom, they go as this forms a secondary amine R NH plus water. As secondary amine, we get a secondary amine. Then again, it has a hydrogen atom. These 2 hydrogen gone, it has another hydrogen. So again ROH react with secondary amine RRNH in presence of same Al2O3 663 absolute, again Al2O3 663 degree absolute heat, we get a tertiary amine R plus again elimination of a molecule of water. It has this. So this is the way reaction take place. It forms primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. So when we say now, when an alcohol is heated with ammonia, or better is the vapors of alcohol and ammonia, the reaction will be much better and the reaction will lead to completion when the vapor, ammonia is a gas, and the vapor of alcohol and ammonia when passed over hot aluminum oxide or thorium dioxide catalyst maintained at 663 degree absolute, the OH group of the ammonia alcohol is substituted by NH2 group forming primary amine. The primary amine subsequently reacts with another molecule of alcohol to form secondary amine. The secondary amine again reacts with alcohol to form a tertiary amine. So this is successive reaction, primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, successive amine. So this reaction we will be reading very soon. We are going to study the chemistry of amines, the nitrogen compounds. There we will study, this is a reaction for us, preparation of amine. So solution, whenever you are studying alcohol, that is the only reason I am going very detailed, because the alcohol appears to me as a gateway to organic chemistry. If a teacher takes interest in teaching students the fundamental aspects of organic chemistry, explaining everywhere by completion of the alcohol, then he completes about 50% of organic chemistry. A student, if he very keenly listens to a teacher who explains things, then he will be completing 50% of the concept of organic chemistry. You are studying totally the carbonium ion, studying the inductive effect, studying the replacement SN1 reaction, SN2 reaction, elimination reaction, all these reactions you are studying. And if you just go on reading the alcohol, if you mug up by heart, then there is no use in reading organic chemistry. You will be a ghost of organic chemistry, will be always troubling you that you will forget. But my appeal to all of you, that you try to master by your fundamental concept whatever you read in your chemical bond chapter, just revive that and use it. Now we'll come to the second, ASHP, a source of horsepower, reactions with concentrated sulfuric acid. What is sulfuric acid? Constant sulfuric acid, if you come to this, the sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. First, it is a dibasic acid, H2SO4 dissociates to form H plus HSO4 minus, hydrogen sulfate ion. This HSO4 minus again has the ability to dissociate to produce H plus SO4 minus 2. So it is a dibasic acid. That means concentrated sulfuric acid has the ability to subscribe a proton immediately, because strong acid, it remains in a dissociated state to subscribe a proton to take part reaction. Then what more? Constant sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent. It absorbs water molecules from wherever it is added. So now, what is the reaction of alcohol? The reactions involving the replacement of OH group of alcohol is a molecule of water is eliminated. ROH plus H, that H reacts with OH to form water and forms a carbonium ion. Hence, what I say you, the constant sulfuric acid has the ability to absorb water, dehydrating agent. So very readily concerned sulfuric acid reacts with the alcohol. So now with this common sense, now if you come to alcohol ROH, treat this with concentrated sulfuric acid, then 1H, this H plus of alcohol and OH of alcohol and H plus of concerned sulfuric acid, they go to form RHSO4 plus water, alkyl hydrogen sulfate. So the alcohol, when treated with concerned sulfuric acid, a molecule of water is eliminated, forming the alkyl hydrogen sulfate. The OH group of the alcohol is substituted by the nucleophile HSO4 minus. Now there are three conditions. Now the reaction will have three ways. What are three? Now three conditions will take place. In this reaction, the alcohol may be accessed. Another reaction, the sulfuric acid may be accessed. Third reaction, we may heat to a higher temperature. So three conditions will take place. So we will discuss when alcohol is accessed, how the reaction will take place. When concerned sulfuric acid is accessed under hot condition, how the reaction will take place. Then if we, after the formation of alkyl hydrogen sulfate, if we heat, what will happen to the reactions. So when, now we'll say when alcohol heated with concentrated sulfuric acid, the OH group of the alcohol is substituted by HSO4 minus with elimination of a molecule of water to form alkyl hydrogen sulfate. The different types of products are formed under different conditions. So they first will take alcohol is accessed. When alcohol is accessed. So let me take the alcohol, an example of ethyl alcohol, because in our course we have ethyl alcohol. Let us take ethyl alcohol and study the reaction. So this reacts with HSO4. HSO4, the reaction we heat. So this OH of alcohol and H of concerned sulfuric acid go, they form CH3, CH2, HSO4 with elimination of a molecule of water, ethyl hydrogen sulfate. This forms ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Then what is happening? We have taken alcohol as axis. We have taken alcohol axis. That means enough of alcohol is present. So we will have CH3, CS2, OH is there. Axis of this, then this will react with whom? Ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Ethyl hydrogen sulfate. CH3, CS2, HSO4 will react. So this is heated to 170 degree centigrade. Then what will happen? Now the H of alcohol. So this H has delta positive. So this H of alcohol and HSO4, they go as a molecule of sulfuric acid. Because this inorganic part will always want to get out of the organic part. So HSO4 is there. And here H plus, hydrogen is, how is here hydrogen is H plus and O is minus. So definitely this H plus will have a tendency to go with HSO4 to form sulfuric acid. To form sulfuric acid plus CS3, CS2, O, CS2, CS3. So what is this? This is ethyl. This is ethyl, this is di-ethyl ether. Ether is formed. Then what you learn from this? You see one molecule sulfuric acid reacted, again the molecule reacts formed. That means the sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst. here the sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst, because we have used the sulfuric acid here and we got the sulfuric acid molecule here. So actually sulfuric acid, so when you take ethyl alcohol axis heated with concentrated sulfuric acid at 130 to 170 degrees centigrade, a molecule of water is eliminated to produce diethyl ether. So this is a preparation of ether. So we can prepare ether by this. Now second reaction is when concentrated sulfuric acid is accessed. We are taking when concentrated sulfuric acid is accessed and into 170 degrees centigrade. So second is concentrated sulfuric, excess of concentrated sulfuric acid. So what is formed? We got ethyl hydrogen sulfate, CH3, CS2, HSO4, and again we are having sulfuric acid, and we are heating to 170 degree centigrade. So this HSO4 will try to come out as a sulfuric acid, because there is a very force. This one sulfuric acid molecule will be attracting this. So what will happen? This HSO4 will take a hydrogen from this place, will take a hydrogen atom from this place to form ethylene. CS2 double bond CS2 plus 2S2SO4. We get 2S2SO4. So this sulfuric acid and sulfuric acid, two molecules of sulfuric acid, ethylene. So we get here ethylene. So this we have done. Dehydration of alcohol is a method of preparation of alkene. This dehydration of alcohol is a method of preparation of ether. So when an alcohol is heated with excess of concentrated sulfuric acid at 170 degree centigrade, undergoes dehydration to form a molecule of alkene. Ethyl alcohol forms ethylene. If you take propyl alcohol, you get propene. If you take butyl alcohol, you get butene. So this is the way dehydration reaction take place with excess of concentrated sulfuric acid. Now will come we take 1:1 and heat. If you take 1:1 and heat, third condition is when heated, we are heating with this, what will happen only? So this alcohol we have taken CS3, CS2, HSO4, CS3, CS2OH. We are heating with this concentrated sulfuric acid. So this forms CS3 ethyl hydrogen sulfate with elimination of a molecule of water we got. Now what is happening? We are taking ethyl hydrogen sulfate and heating it. We are heating this. So again, what will happen? Now two molecules of this, it will form a ethyl hydrogen sulfate. So two molecules of ethyl hydrogen sulfate will again release a molecule of sulfuric acid. Two molecules of this will release a molecule of sulfuric acid. To form diethyl sulfate, CH3, CS2 twice, SO4. This is dialkyl sulfate, diethyl sulfate. So this is a very, very important question for a student of class 12 in the board exam. What happens when ethyl alcohol is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid? So when ethyl alcohol is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid, a molecule of the OH group of the alcohol is substituted by HSO4 to form ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Depending on the conditions, the ethyl hydrogen sulfate react differently to produce different products. When alcohol is excess, ethyl alcohol again reacts with ethyl hydrogen sulfate to undergo elimination reaction to produce and undergo dehydration reaction to produce ether. Second condition, when concentrated sulfuric acid is excess, heated to 170 degrees centigrade, it undergoes dehydration. It undergoes dehydration to produce a molecule of alkene. So ethyl alcohol undergoes dehydration to form ethylene. When it is heated, ethyl hydrogen sulfate, then it forms two molecules of ethyl hydrogen sulfate react to produce dialkyl sulfate or diethyl sulfate. So this is a very important reaction. So when you are completing one reaction, you are getting the preparation of 2 or 3 products. So very mindfully, if you observe and study, write it 2, 3, 4 times, then you capture it. So next class I will discuss to you AS. I have discussed the reaction HP, a source of horsepower, the reaction with the halo acids, reaction with the PCl5, PCl3 and thionyl chloride we will discuss in our next class.